live. Let me copy the questions here and split you in the small rooms. In the breakout room, please don't forget to choose a host to guide the conversation, and also to start introducing yourselves and everything. Okay, if you need any help in the breakout room, please click on the button ask for help. We are not in a good number of in a high number of people here today, so if the breakout room out of Sunday becomes empty, you can come back to the main room. Okay, do you have any questions? Are you ready? The questions are in the chat, so let's go. Let me send some. Okay, have a good conversation, guys. Okay, if you're still here in the main room, it means I didn't assign you to any room, and you're going to be here. So let's start introducing ourselves. Yeah, can you start, please? Can you introduce yourself?
All right, I can start. So my name is Ian. I live in Belo Horizonte. I work with IT. I am a software engineer, and I like to do many things. I like to watch Netflix to spend time. I love to go out with my girlfriend, with my parents. Let me see. I am a very relaxed guy, so I'm not have a custom to go to the Paris. I very quiet. Let me see more things. For now is it. I will
Okay,
think
no,
better.
it's all good. It's all good. Mari, I brought you back because you asked to go to the breakout room. Okay, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mariana. I'm 25 years old. I live in São Paulo, and I come from a small family. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, and me. And for me, it's a pleasure to be here one more morning. And I think that's it.
That's good, Mari. It's always good to see you here. What about you, Ulysses? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh yeah, sorry, but my connection is failed.
It's
I'm
okay.
Ulisses Ferreira, and I'm living in Santa Rosa de Viterbo, São Paulo, but I'm from Santa Rita do Passa Quatro. These cities are near Ribeirão Preto, do you know? Okay. I'm a business administration, but I'm not work in this moment. And I'm 38 years, I'm married. That is it.
That's great. And as I said before, I'm Bruna, I'm 26. I live with my parents and my brother. I work as an English teacher. I've been a hostess here on TNT since the beginning of October, I think. And yeah, it's always good to be here. I love talking to you all and spending some time just practicing. It's just amazing. So, as I said in the beginning, um, we're gonna talk about the place we live. So let's start with the first question. Where do you live? Do you like living in your city, and why? Mari, can you start?
Yes, sure. So I live in São Paulo, capital, and I like to live here. And in the neighborhood where I live is too accessible to go to the center of the city, and I like to live here because there are many options to do in the city, and but sometimes it's good for myself to
She froze. Mari. Okay. What about you, Ulysses? Do you like the place where you live? Why?
Yeah,
To go
I
out
like.
the city, and when because the city is, I don't know. So hello,
Hi,
sorry guys,
Mari.
my connection.
It's
Sorry.
okay. It's all good. You're back now. I was asking Ulysses now. Okay, thank you so much for
Okay.
for sharing.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can go ahead, Ulysses.
Okay, no problem. Sometimes it's a small town, but it's good. It's near Ribeirão, so when we need something in a big city, we used to go there. And here we can relax. It's a slow life. It's good. I love here.
Guys, someone asked for help in the room. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. Can you answer the question too, please, while I go there?
Of course. So my name is Ian. I was born in Muriaé, a small city in interior of Minas Gerais. But today I live in Belo Horizonte for almost 20 years. So my whole life is Belo Horizonte, and I don't I don't think I don't see myself moving from here. So I love here, and I want to stay here all the time. I think it's it.
Yeah, guys, but I think that Bruna. Oh, she returned.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, can you just like summarize? Do you like the place you live in?
Of course, I live in a. Uh, I'm from Belo Horizonte, but I was talking with the colleagues that I was born in Muriaé. There's a small city in interior of Minas Gerais, but I live in BH for almost 20 years. So
Mm-hmm.
my whole life is here. And I love here. I don't want to move out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And ah, it's a beautiful city. I love it all of here.
I really need to go there and to visit Minas, actually to visit BH and
Mhm.
Sete Lagoas. One of my best friends, she lives there, and she's always like, "Please come to visit me," and I'm always like, "Okay, I will do it," and I never go. Oh God, I'm terrible. Okay, and I live in São Paulo. I like living here. I know it's a crazy lifestyle. Sometimes, actually, people here are always in a hurry. They're always like um, wanting to do things, and this is something I like. There are many different types of people, and we are always like crazy, a crazy lifestyle. Okay, now talking about the house you live in, not the city or the place, the house. How long have you been living at the same house, and what do you like and dislike about it? Ulysse, can you start?
Oh, have moved a lot. So in this house, I'm living here for 3 weeks. I think 2 or 3 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah, and next week I will move again. So I don't stay a long time in same house.
And about this house that you are living now, what do you like and dislike about it?
Oh, and the good point is you know different people, different neighborhood,
Hmm.
but to move it's not good thing because you need to organize all the things.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's so crazy, but
yeah.
it's my life, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, what about you?
So when I live in Mulher, I live in a big house, but when I moved to BH, I was started to live in apartments. So I already moved some, acho que 10 times, and my actually apartment, I live in 3 months, but in the end of January, I will move again. So like you said, I move many times too. And I live in a neighborhood with, how can I say, young people. So it's a very, como é que eu posso dizer?
Like noisy, barulhento, noisy place?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And I have some problems with much noise, and
Mhm.
I try to run from this, but it's difficult. And I like silence, but I like here. I like it very here.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, I live in a condo and there are a lot of kids here and there is a lot of noise too. It's sometimes it's annoying because I live on the ground floor. So everyone can like pass here, like the kids are always running around the condo. They are like screaming, shouting and singing, like listening to music. And since I live on the ground floor, I listen to everything. It's like it's complicated. They come into the backyard because it's like it's free, you know, they can enter it if they want to. And yeah, it's hard, but like I've been living here for around 15 years, so it's been a long time, and I'm also moving out next year. I don't know, maybe in March, February, I'm not sure. But that's something like the quality is not that good, you know. The place we are moving in, it's going to be better. And that's it. Let's see how it's going to be. I'm really excited about it. And you, Mari, how long have you been living at the same house?
I live here since I was born because when I moved to this house, I was a little baby, I think. And I don't know, I like this house. I like the backyard we have in this house because we can plant some trees, some flowers. For me, it's so comfortable, you know. And I don't like this house. I think in this house because it's we don't have upstairs. You know, the house is plain. You know, and for me, it's the bad thing about this house. But the backyard save. You know, it's the thing we that save in the house.
That's good, Mari. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's see the next one. What makes a city and a neighborhood great to live in? That's a hard one. I will start with this one. I think security is something important. Like I live in São Paulo, so it's not that safe all the time. Like sometimes like depending on the neighborhood you live in, it's not that safe, right? So security, I think parks, like when we are talking about city, I think it's important to have places where you can like spend some time, have fun, like parks, um, places for that you can go for leisure, you know, just to have fun and to spend some time with your family and friends. um, Also, it's important to think of transportation, right? So it needs to be easy to transport from one place to another. I think that's it. What do you think? Yeah.
I agree with you, and I think the hospital near for you is important too. Security, as you said, uh, you can work and relax without go far away your house. Uh, Secure, okay. Education is important too. And I think is it.
That's really important. Mari, what about you? Can you add anything else? What do you think?
I agree with you guys, and I don't know, maybe a government that cares, uh, that indeed cares about the people, and to give all of these things to people, because I don't know, we 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 people pay the salary of the government, and I think they really should give to us this all these things. I think that's it.
That's a good point too, right, Mari? I think without them, like without a good government and mayor, and also good like secretaries, right? Because there are small groups that take care of the neighborhoods. I think this is something really important. And you, Lisa, do you agree? Would you add anything else? What do you think? Your mic is off.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, and a good structure around the house is so important. And for me, friendly neighborhood is so important because I love to walk around the neighborhood, to talk with people, and it's so important for me.
That's great. Yeah. Since we're talking about neighbors, I will skip to question number 9. Okay. Do you get along well with your neighbors? Do you have any funny story with them? I want to know this one from you, Mari. How is your relationship with your neighbors?
I think it's a good relation, and one of them, the window, it's in front of the space when we hang the clothes, and sometimes they said, good morning, good afternoon, and it's a good relation. And a fun story, I don't know if I had. The only story that I remember is a tragic, because my sister, when my sister is a little girl, she my mother went to the school to get her, and when we arrived there, she disappeared. And my mother, oh my God, where is my daughter? And I don't know. I remember we come back to home, and my sister was in the house in the neighbor. And oh my God, you are crazy! What we how we go out to school and come to home alone, And it was a difficult time, because
Oh my God. Yeah.
oh my God, it was worse this
Yeah.
situation.
I can imagine because parents are like always worried, right, about the children if they're going to school alone. It's complicated. But thank
Yeah.
God you found her and she was at the
Yeah.
neighbor's house. What about you? Yeah, do you have any funny story? Do you get along well with your neighbors, like besides the noisy thing?
So I have neighbors and neighbors, and some of them I have a special relation because I know them since they were babies. So I am I have a neighborhood that como é que eu faço? Tá uma madeira para ela, entender? Because I know her assim, since that she was born. So it's like a sister for me.
Mhm.
And I know all her life, all her family. So it's a nice girl for me.
That's great. Look, there is a verb called feed. Maybe this would be a good one. Like I feeded her, like eu alimentei
Mm,
ela.
okay.
Ulisses, what about you? You get along well
Oh,
with your neighbors?
yeah, yeah. I, I I love to talk with the neighbors, and so I have a good relationship with them. And the last house, I uh, are you listening me?
Yes, it's working. All good.
Oh, okay. The last house, the first week I'm there. My dogs go out, and when I arrive uh, from home from my work, I look. Oh, my neighbor have two dogs like me. Yeah, I I arriving at home. Oh, where are my dogs? And my neighbor, oh, your dogs in the street. I'm I'm pick them. So and now they are my best friends. And we start um, our relationship with uh, because the dogs. But I always have a good relationship with my neighborhood.
That's great. Yeah. Here I don't think I have a good relationship with my neighbors. Like the my neighbor who lives like she shares the backyard with us. We don't have a good relationship, and but like the others, since we've been living here for so long, we usually say good morning, like we greet each other, but we're not friends. A funny story. I don't know if I have a funny story, but last year, it rained a lot here in São Paulo, and my house flooded. So my neighbors supported us a lot. We spent the night at their houses. Like they helped us to move the things upstairs. It was really amazing the way they supported us, and it wasn't funny, but it was good because we were facing a hard moment, and they supported us. We were like there at their houses having dinner and just talking, like trying to like think of other things, and trying to make that sad moment in a okay moment. It was really good because they were really supportive. That's it. Let's see. Going back to number 7. What changes would you make in your city? What about in your neighborhood? What would you change? Elise, can you start with this one?
Yeah. Uh, in a small city, it's good because it's more safe and and we can have a good relationship with the neighborhood. But uh, here don't have a good structure. A mall, good market. When we need this, we need to go to big cities like Ribeirão Preto. I think I can this. And my neighborhood, I don't know, because I like here.
That's good. Yeah, so it's hard because there are the good parts and the bad parts in living in like big cities and also in small cities, right? It's hard. What do you think about it, Mari? What would you change here in São Paulo and in your neighborhood?
In São Paulo, I think I would I don't know, I would change the traffic, because I don't know, the traffic for me it's the worst thing here in São Paulo. And I would improve the buses, because if the public transport would be better, the people don't need to using their cars, in the streets. I don't know, maybe the streets would be more empty in the traffic. I don't know, can be better, but I don't know. Maybe I do this in my neighborhood. The noisy. If I could, I change the noisy, because sometimes I need stay quietly, in the neighbors sing aloud, put the sound in the in the in the in the, in the loud volume, and for me it's a problem. So I think that's it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think I would change the same things that you said, Mari, about São Paulo, like the transportation. There are still many places here in the city that the citizens don't have access to subway, and I think this is something really good here because the subway system works pretty well. Of course, we have some problems, but like there are subway stations around the city. I know they are building more spots, more like places, and I think that's really important. As you said about the bus issue, about security. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I can't think of anything else right now. Um, Maybe offering places for homeless people, like uh, letting them stay in places who places that are empty for a long time. I think this is something important. And about my neighborhood, I like living here. It's not like 100% safe, but I like it. Maybe, I don't know, it's a good neighborhood. Maybe putting more buses that go from the neighborhood to the subway stations. Like buses that go from the neighborhood straight to the to the subway stations. I think this is something every neighborhood should have. Because if you're here in São Paulo, if you have access to a subway station, you can go anywhere. So that's what I think. And Julia, what would you change there in Minas and in your neighborhood?
Well, my neighborhood was not exactly planned, so to make some changes is very difficult. But one thing that is unanimity, I don't know, is improve the public transport, because the quality is terrible and so it's expensive, it's not secure for anyone. And I live in one of the biggest neighborhood in Belo Horizonte, but we don't have a hospital reference near. So we also have to the town or cities near from here. And if you see where I live, you think, how do you don't have a hospital near? So it's difficult, very difficult.
Yeah, and I think that's the basics, right? Like
Of
having
course, of
these
course.
facilities near us. I think that's the basics a city must have, right? That's good.
Exactly.
Great point. Great point. That's important. And let's see the next one. Since we are talking about hospitals and like some problems, do you think it's possible? Number 8. Do you think it's possible for a city to escape social problems like homeless people on the street, or these things of not having access to facilities like hospitals or supermarkets, or like you need to move to a different place to have access to the basics? Is it possible? What do you think, Mari?
It's a difficult question. I don't know. I think about. I was thinking here about the people in this situation, no? Because for some people, to escape is, I don't know, just stay alone in home and put a music and don't think about these problems, you know. For a moment it's possible, but I don't know if the next day to to deal with this again, you know. But I don't know. I don't know, to escape this problem in the okay, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, like, for a city, do you think it's possible to have a city without social problems? Like,
I understand. Yes, some cities in countryside, for example, we can hear about the cities models, you know. The health is okay, the city in the general mood is okay, you know. But here in São Paulo, I don't know, we have too many problems, you know, and hard problems, you know, especially in, I don't know, especially the peripheral areas, you know. But it's hard.
yeah, I liked it, Mari. Great answer. What do you think about it? And I think I agree with you, because um, it's we need to have a good administration, and also the money is not like split equally, right? It's unequal. Forgot the word, but there are many people with access to a lot of things, and like that own a lot of money, and like many people who don't have access and who can't afford things, right? So I think it increases these problems. What do you think? Is it possible for a city to escape these problems?
For me, cities like Belo Horizonte, São Paulo, Rio is impossible. It's impossible and we don't have nothing to do. But small cities, I think it's possible. The the people and the public and the government want to make the difference. Small cities, I really think that's possible.
Great. Okay. And Julie, do you agree with you? What's your opinion?
Oh, yeah. I think it's difficult to finish all the problem. We can see in countries they are better than Brazil. Also have this problem, such as Canada, USA, country around the Europe. But I think in Brazil it's possible to develop some action to do to make a better service in this way. I think it's possible to do more than Brazil had did.
I liked it. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Let's see the next one. I'm changing the order here, and so we're going to number 10. What places would you suggest for a tourist to visit in your city? Let's try to suggest, like, here in São Paulo, there are famous places like Avenida Paulista, So, like, let's try to suggest other places, that are not that known uh, for everybody. So, yeah, if you had to suggest me a place to visit there in BH, maybe I'll be there next year. Where would you recommend me to go?
Well, so depends of what you like, but I suggest Mineirão, Mineirinho, Mercado Central, Praça do Papa, some tourist points here. So there are many options to you relax, to you visit, and appreciate a good food here.
I love it. Yeah. Is there a restaurant that you like, that you think it's a must go, that it's good, or a bar maybe?
Well, I like a little bit Japanese food.
Mhm.
I like I love Italian food, so pizzas, massas, I really love. And we have some good restaurants famous by como é que fala? Nossa, vou falar assim, gringos, né? Fugiu a palavra aqui.
Foreigners?
Isso, yes. So we have very options of peraí, nossa aqui. Yeah, that is foreign restaurants. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing. And I wrote down your tips here, so now I know where I can go.
Okay.
And you, Mari?
I don't know. I suggest the Jardim Botânico of
Yes.
São Paulo,
Mhm.
and to the Mercado Municipal. I love to go there and to explore, to find out new food, new flavors. So amazing. And the basic, to go to Paulista, to enjoy some pubs, For me, it's a good suggestion if you come here, for example.
Yeah, have you ever been to São Paulo?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, I will say again. Have you ever been to São Paulo? Have you ever visited São Paulo?
Okay, one time in 2017 after Carnival.
And how was your experience here? Did you like it?
Oh, I spent, I think, 3 or 4 days, and I went with my parents to see some tennis matches, and
Mm-hmm.
I walked. I don't have much time to visit. I remember that I went to Vila Madalena, Vila Olímpia, but I stopped here.
Okay, I was thinking of this neighborhood, Villa Madalena, which is a really famous one, and maybe I will like recommend, if some tourists visited here São Paulo, I would recommend it Beco do Batman, which is a place I love to take pictures and to eat something and to have fun, maybe Parque do Ibirapuera, that I love. Um, what else? Paulista is a good one too, because we can do a lot of things there, right? There are many museums, restaurants. It's a
Oh, I
famous
went
spot.
to 25 de Março. I remember.
Yes, I was thinking about it. How was it? Crowded, right?
Insane.
Once my ex-boyfriend invited some friends from Rio Grande do Sul to visit São Paulo, and he asked me to take her to 25. They were like, I hated there are a lot of people here. Like they were not used to it. It's crazy, but like for us who live here, it's common. It's nice, you know. I like going there and have a good time there.
It's nice.
Yeah. Guys, just to wrap it up, let's answer the last one. I will call the guys back. Um so the last one is, how do you think your city and neighborhood will be different in the future? Mari.
I have no idea. Oh my God.
What do you expect?
I expect the people can be more, I don't know the word, but I don't know if it's synonym, but more sensible, more to care about the others, you know, to understand the people in the streets, because here in São Paulo it's so everybody is running, you know, with in hurry, you know. So I expect that one day I don't know, it's change, you know, people go more calm down, and, you know, and I don't know, something like that, you know.
I got it. And Julia, what do you expect for your city and your neighborhood?
Well, I made my words as mine. I agree with her. And I think physically it's very difficult to change something, but I have hope in the people to change their minds, to be more grateful, and to help more people that really needs. So I think it's it.
That's great. Guys, I am inviting the other talkers back. But it was great talking to you. I loved it. Let's just wait for them and check how was the conversation in their room. And that's it. And just answering the question too. I don't know what I expect from the future here in São Paulo, you know. Maybe governors who are really worried about the social problems we have here, you know. I think this is something I really expect to happen in the future. Okay, you're all back. Let's check how was the conversation in the breakout room. Ju, how was the experience? How was it? Do you like the topic?
Hey, Bruna, it was really good. It was a easy conversation. Talk about the city. It's nice.
Good. And where do you live, Ju?
I live in a city close to São Paulo called Ribeirão Pires.
I know. Good. And what is your favorite part of Ribeirão Pires?
There is two parks here. One we need to pay to get into, or the other one's public, and they are good place to relax. I really love it.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing. Philip, what about you? Philippe, I'm sorry. How was it in your room?
Oh, it's a great conversation as well, and I could think better about my city during this time. It's a place that I cannot see many disadvantages, but still I like to live here because it's a place where I grew up. It's Itajaí, it's a port city from Santa Catarina. So this place has a lot of trucks. The traffic is a mess, but it's a great place for like naval engineers and then people, professionals who work with logistics as well, because this is like the center of everything for naval and logistics. And the private place that I like here is the wooden park, because it's a park where we have the slider and the other toys. but there's also a lot of vegetation and preserved trees and plants, and there is a river downstairs the bridge, so it's a great place to spend your free time and enjoying the environment itself without thinking about the mess that happens outside of this park.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you so much for sharing. There is a guy I follow on Instagram, and he lives there, and he talks about it sometimes. That's good. Wiley, what about you? How was the conversation? And I want to transfer the question number 9. Do you get along well with your neighbors? Do you have any funny story with them?
Okay. I don't know if I have a funny story about my neighborhood because there's a problem here. They make party every day around my apartment. And I was saying the guys in my room about that bothers me a lot. I sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm gonna kill you guys. I just need sleep. Let me sleep, please. And yeah, but there's a little things that I like so much about the city too. Like there's a beautiful square here with a fountain in the middle, very beautiful, and the people go there to relax and something like that. And I said to the guys in my room about a lot of bad things in my city. I just imagine I just to do that, but that's the reality. There's a lot of bad things here, but it's the positive point too. And that's
Yeah.
it. I don't have funny stories right now. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No, and it's hard to think of some funny stories too. It's okay. Guys, it was a pleasure. Yeah, how was the first experience here? Did you like it?
It was better than I was expected, really. I was a little bit nervous, but I think that at the end I was expressing better. So
You did it.
it was a positive. I like it.
Yes. It was great. You did it. Oh, guys, I will send the link to our YouTube video. Please don't forget to go there, like the video, subscribe to our channel. If you want to have access to the questions beforehand, you can go to the website and like take a look at everything. Is everything okay? I hope you have a great holidays. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And next week I will be here too. So if you want to come on Wednesdays at 9. Okay? Thank you so
Okay,
much.
great.
Have a great day. Enjoy your
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Happy